Hello, welcome. This is Blockchainbloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that stablecoin payments are really the future. Western Union just chose Solana blockchain for its own stablecoin. We have Visa to start supporting stablecoins on 4 blockchains, and I have other examples as well for you. Also, let's talk about the fact that France proposes national Bitcoin reserve. They actually would like to hold later 2% of Bitcoin supply, which is not a small number if that could happen. Also, we had yesterday Bitwise Solana Staking ETF launch, and let's see how it performed. And of course, today is the FOMC meeting and the press conference after it, which could have a big impact on the market. So guys, all this in today's video, and don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchainbloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, just subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and now let's do it. Okay, so the market is right now waiting, not moving too much. Bitcoin is at $112,925 with about 2% decrease in the last 24 hours. Ethereum is just under 4,000, $3,993, almost 4% down in the last 24 hours. The top gainer is Trump, official Trump token, 40% up, P 12%, and World Liberty Financial about 3% up. Among losers, ENA down 7%, Curved Out token 6% down, and BitTensor down 6%. And when we're looking at the Bitcoin candlestick chart, we can see here that, again, now we have formed on the daily so far a lower high, which is actually not a good sign. But right now, the market is kind of hesitating what is going to happen today at the FOMC meeting, especially after it at the press conference. So right now, I think we're still now waiting. So now let's talk about the first topic. And the first topic is all about stablecoins. Stablecoins, because they're getting more and more popular. Donald Trump signed the Genius Act in July, and since that, stablecoins popularity is increasing. So yeah, well, the first I wanted to show you is Western Union reaction, because Western Union picks Solana for its stablecoin and crypto network. And this is massive because they transferring a lot of money, and they expect to roll out a USDPT stablecoin in the first half of next year, 2026. So the company expected that USDPT will launch on the first half of 2026, providing customers access through partner exchanges to broaden accessibility, similar to how PayPal's USD stablecoin is listed on Binance and other exchanges. And it added that the digital asset network will serve as a cash off-ramp for the remittance platform's more than 150 million customers spread across over 200 countries and territories. So it's big what they can actually reach. And here you have an interview, and it's interesting that Western Union have tested basically Ripple stack, even ran pilots on XRP for cross-border payments going back to 2015. And finally, they decided that the most suitable network for them going to be Solana. So yeah. Okay, and then we have Visa starting supporting stablecoins on 4 blockchains. So we have basically Visa already backed stablecoins, including Circle's USDC, Eurocoin, then we have PayPal's USD Global Dollar, USDG, and on the Ethereum, Solana, Stellar, and Avalanche blockchains. So this is where Visa is going. And then we have a payment processor Zelle to use stablecoins for international transactions. So the payment processor Zelle will use stablecoins to expand internationally. Zelle is owned by Bank of America, Capital One, JP Morgan Chase, PNC Bank, and so on and so forth. You can see it here. We have also Wells Fargo among the owners. And the environment for stablecoins has improved following the passage of the US Genius Act, as I just mentioned at the beginning. So we can see that the big guys all going into the direction, doing things on the blockchain, doing it, payment transactions through stablecoin to make it more efficient, more faster, basically, and cheaper. So yeah, I think this is a huge move, and that's why stablecoins can have a great future. Then let's move on to the next topic. France proposes national Bitcoin reserve. So there are some people in France, they would like to have France to have a big chunk of Bitcoin. So France proposes national Bitcoin reserve, wants to buy 2% of Bitcoin supply. This is actually big. So pro-crypto bill will be tabled today in the French parliament. The proposed legislation would see France aim to acquire up to 2% of Bitcoin total supply, which is roughly 420,000, Bitcoin over the next 7 to 8 years. So not one day to another, but this is their goal. And we do know that the US, for example, aiming for the 5% of the Bitcoin supply. And less and less Bitcoin getting into the system. We have already 19.8 million Bitcoin out. So a very small percentage is just left, up to 21 million, because that's the maximum supply. And every 4 years about we have a halving, the next one coming in 2028, and with that it's getting just always half that much Bitcoin into the system daily than it before. So right now we're talking about 450 Bitcoin getting into the system every single day. After 2028, after the halving, we're going just to have just 225 Bitcoin, and so on and so forth. So we can see that if big countries jumping on it, if this would pass through, even not now, just later, whatever, but more and more politicians realize how important Bitcoin is worldwide, and they try to encourage their teammates, put it this way, that they should really focus on Bitcoin as well. So anyway, this is happening. And now let's move on to the Solana ETF, how it performed after the launch, Bitwise Solana ETF yesterday. So yesterday, basically, we had some new crypto ETFs coming out, and Bitwise Solana Staking ETF show a 55.4 million on its first day, and the highest of all crypto ETFs this year, alongside the launch of Hedera and Litecoin ETFs from Canada Capital. So basically now these three came out, and the Solana, Bitwise Solana performed the best. As you can see, the inflow was 69.5 million US dollar. In comparison, the same day, we had inflows for Bitcoin 202 million US dollar. And when we're looking at Ethereum, we have 46 million US dollars. So basically, actually not bad start. And this was just the first day. And we're just talking about now, yesterday we had just one, Bitwise, but now we have Grayscale as one. It's on the list right now. But yesterday it was just the Bitwise one. Okay, and final news, let's talk about the possibilities now for a rate cut, which is going to happen, the FOMC meeting finish and the press conference today, later on. So today, Eastern time, 2 p.m., we're going to find out that what is the Fed doing. Now it's almost 100% for a rate cut, right? 99.9%, as you can see it now. So it's going to happen, pretty much. Probably 25 basis points, but this is what they're saying. Therefore, the most important thing is, what is Jerome Powell saying after the press conference? Sorry, in the press conference, which means that is he now saying that, okay, QT is now ending, so it's not just in a couple of months, but giving more exact information, and depends on that information, we're going to see the market react. So that could be interesting. And also, you know, today we have earnings for the third quarter coming out by Microsoft or Alphabet or Meta. Tomorrow we're going to have Apple, Amazon, so big companies going to report this week, today and tomorrow, and that can also have an impact on stock market, and with that on the whole market, even on crypto as well. Guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on BlockchainBloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.